Okay, Sergio Kelly. We're scheduled to box 12 rounds for the WBC, WBO Middleweight Championship of the World. I've gone over the rules in the dressing room. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Most of all, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Good luck.
Dave Bontempo and Steve Farhood with you here in Atlantic City, where it's electric right now, and let's see how it plays out in the ring as you look at Sergio Martinez, the lefty, and Kelly Pavlik on his biggest stage. Here we go.
First southpaw Pavlik's fought since 2006, Dave, Bronco McCarthy.
You saw all kinds of angles from Hopkins, and that was his last fight here. Last victorious fight was over Gary Lockett earlier in 2008. We'll look for that Pavlik right hand lead. There's a lot of movement from Martinez. He'll look for the angles. Quick move from Martinez.
Looks like his plan, at least early here, is to kind of move in and out, land and get out. Very important that Pavlik uses jab. It's one of his best weapons. Tough touch to land against the lefty, but it'll set up that right hand.
And it might stop that movement that Martinez looks like he's going to foster here. Pavlik will try to cut off the ring, but Martinez fleet of foot early. Martinez staying outside of punching range. I wonder how long it will take Pavlik to see the different angles that Martinez will throw at him from the outside.
Well, so far, Martinez is moving both left and right. You generally, if you're a southpaw, you don't want to move to your left because you're moving into the power of your opponent. And in this case, the power of Kelly Pavlik's right hand is considerable.
If you do it from a strange angle when it's not expected, you can go against the book and get away with it if you're quick enough.
Yeah, and he is very quick.
There's that right hand lead by Pavlik. That gets Martinez going in a different direction. Martinez trying to buzz in and out, mosquito-like on Pavlik.
And there's a cut, Dave. Pavlik's left eye.
Sharp jabs of Martinez. Probably accounting for that. Did not see heads come together.
Yeah, it looks like he's cut on the lid from what I can say, at the corner of the left eye. Not much blood yet.
It's a good jab by Martinez, giving you some idea how Pavlik could get cut. Very quick. Right hand by Pavlik. One thing the cut will do will speed up the pace of this fight. That's a slip. So interesting first round. See what Pavlik is dealing with.
All right. See if I can punch there.
Right here at the bottom.
Okay, take your time. Just keep working forward.
Yeah, I'm letting
Okay.
himself up.
What's that?
He'll tire himself up.
Yeah, listen, let him keep working, let him keep moving. You got to throw the feints at him, though, okay?
Right.
We can't worry about letting him.
Sergio, be patient. It's a long fight. Little by little, work the hands to the body and move on the outside. Don't get into his game. He'll put you down.
All right, so second round action underway. Kelly Pavlik and Sergio Martinez.
Dave, we'll see how that cut reacts, but Pavlik cut on in a bad spot, the left eyelid.
Yeah, that can drip right down into the eye. And if you're him, you've got to think this is not a 12-round fight anymore.
And Martinez a little reckless with his head there.
It's a curious situation because it appears as though it's been ruled as a punch, but if you go in there with your head and make it a little bit worse, hasn't been ruled a headbutt from the start, so you can make it a little bit worse and help your case if you're crafty enough, and I think he is.
Yeah. Big left hand there by Martinez, his best punch, and a jab to go with it.
He knows that Pavlik has to come at him, and he's composed right now, as Pavlik will try to get inside and take some of the comfort away from Martinez, who was gliding so far.
Pavlik has the 5-inch reach advantage. You never know with the way the fight's being fought because Martinez is moving so much. It's negating that reach advantage.
A lot of times guys will say, well, you know, you can't run and win, but if you run properly and move on the angles and then dart in and out, it can be done. It's a hard way to win, but we've seen it.
Yes.
There's a jab by Martinez getting under the Pavlik jab, and that is cut is getting uglier for Pavlik. And when it gets closer angle, we'll see how much worse it's getting as the heads are coming together now. Martinez stopped fighting, and that was dangerous after the heads clashed. Martinez with the hands down low, ready to get out of town. And he is catching Pavlik at will.
He's quicker, Dave.
On the eye.
Yeah. And he's not being macho, which is smart, because he doesn't want to get into a shootout with Kelly Pavlik.
Right, because he got close and ate a right hand as he did it.
Look at the confidence oozing from Martinez right now.
As he stays within himself, he can make this very difficult with this style for Pavlik. Good jab by Martinez. He jabs and gets out of punching range.
And the reason that cut is such a danger, other than the blood going in the eye, it happens so early in the fight. Swelling can result. His eye can partially close as well. Something to look for with Pavlik.
Yeah, they've got a long night ahead if this goes many rounds in that corner for Pavlik. And you know that at some point we'll have to see urgency from him. Martinez enjoying the best of it all so far.
This was round 1. And let's see if we see a butt. No, there was no butt there. We know that. Could have been a thumb. The replay did show the thumb making contact. Not like the old days when the thumb was totally detached from the rest of the glove, but nonetheless.
All right, so the subtleties showing up in the replay there as we come into round 3. Sergio Martinez, 44-2-2, 24 knockouts, 154-pound champion, moving up and challenging Kelly Pavlik, biggest name in the middleweight division, and having a good time of it so far. He's opened up a cut that Pavlik has to deal with. Dave Bontempo and Steve Farhood with you here from fabled Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Dave, I think the early success is very important for Martinez. It's given him a lot of confidence. You can see by the way he's moving, even his facial features, and he's very relaxed in there. And if he's going to move a lot, it's very important that he be relaxed. That way he can go 12 doing it, as opposed to getting very tired in the later rounds.
And as you looked at the scenario of this fight, one scenario you did not figure would be Martinez rallying to defeat Pavlik on point. So he's gotten out front nicely, and the jab is in Pavlik's face.
Right next to us, Jack Lowe, Pavlik's trainer, calling for a double jab.
That'd be a nice move if he can get it done. And this is about the time he did turn it around against Jermaine Taylor, starting with double jab in the 3rd round in a fight he would win in 7 after being down. Problem is, this guy's a lot faster than Jermaine Taylor, and he's not there.
It's a good point, though, because Pavlik looked like a beaten fighter against Taylor, came back and scored a knockout to win the title.
Now, he was 2 punches away from being out in round 2, survived it, and then staged a furious rally. Knocked out a previously undefeated fighter.
But Taylor easier to fight for Pavlik than Martinez is, because Martinez is moving, yeah, a lot. And Taylor liked to fight a lot.
Yeah, and that double jab that was landing on Taylor, not as easy to find Martinez with it. Look at that off angle by Martinez, feinting one way, and as he moves to the right, he drags the left hand behind him and comes in from an unusual angle.
Not much offense, though, from Martinez so far this round.
And that's why Pavlik is closing ground on him. Pavlik trying to get close enough to lower a big right hand on him. Martinez tempting fate with the chin out. As long as his feet are with him and he can glide, he'll be okay with that. Cut.
Yeah, his action from round 3. Nice lead left for Martinez. Boy, when you're chasing a guy and he comes at you with a punch like that out of nowhere, that's hard to deal with. That's hard to defend against.
That's the one he trailed behind him and was moving one direction and scored with the other one. That was one of the shots on the eye. But Pavlik did one thing in round 3. It gave his corner a chance to succeed at what they'd given him between rounds. He actually gave it a round to work. He didn't get hit that much there in round 3. So let's see if Kelly Pavlik turns a corner with that. Or Martinez opens it back up.
Even though no major damage there, that was a good moment for Pavlik because he was close enough.
Yeah, you sense a boldness initiative coming from Pavlik, as if he has handled the worst. Right hand by Pavlik.
And how different is this from Pavlik's last fight against Espino, Miguel Espino, when the whole fight was a war on the inside. They're not fighting on the inside at all in this one.
Now, and Martinez, he will take this route as long as possible. What Pavlik has to do is, when he gets close, land the body shots, make some investments to slow Martinez down in the later rounds. There's a right hand by Pavlik. Pavlik is making this ring smaller, though, in this round. Martinez, as a result, tying him up and still trying to work what angles are there.
Would you describe Dave Martinez as a cutie? Got elements of cutie.
Elements of cuteness, yeah. Elements of cuteness. And there's some nice work here by Martinez.
And why that was effective, he landed the first left, changed angles, and landed the second. And look, now he's clowning, Dave.
Well, you can tell he's happy with what he did. It may not be the message so much he's trying to send the message to Kelly Pavlik as much as he's trying to get himself pumped up at some of the nice success he's had here in this round.
Yeah, that's definitely exactly the case. I don't think anything he's going to do that way is going to affect Kelly Pavlik, who's a veteran.
Now, he basically made a momentum change as Pavlik was starting to come in and do some things to him. Now, we call him cutie, and we'll get back to this in some point. This has got to put Paul Williams on the deck, too, so it's a good package.
We get action from round 4.
Let's go.
See Pavlik chasing, following. They want him to cut the ring off. Not so easy to do against a clever southpaw who can move left and right.
Into round 5 we go, and it's a good-sized ring for Sergio Martinez if he wants to put the track shoes on. He's got a lot of room to operate if he can do it smartly. Martinez 44-2-2, 24 knockouts. Pavlik 36-1, 32 knockouts.
And your point about the ring, Dave, is an excellent point, because this is at least, I'd say, I mean, according to the naked eye, at least 20 feet, maybe even bigger.
It's a mover's ring, so Martinez utilizing it, and you get the sense Pavlik is not going to outbox Martinez. If he is going to turn this fight around, it will be from something in the power department.
Yes. And most likely it'll be a right hand. But he's going to have to catch him. What Martinez is doing is he's shrinking the time of the fight.
Yes.
You know, it's a four-corner offense for him. He doesn't want to make it a fight.
Well, you know, it's a good point about shortening the fight, and the top fighters will use that in an intelligent way. If you put rounds in the bank, then you make the other fighter desperate. Maybe you steal a couple, and then you're close to a draw situation. And then maybe one more, you get the win. The fighters talk about that in different ways. Sometimes it's tying a guy up on the inside and holding him longer and then getting in and out. And for Martinez, it's using the ring.
Well, whether you like this style or not, and it's not going to produce a brawl, Martinez's style, obviously. Pavlik is throwing one punch at a time, and he's not even landing the punches he's throwing. His right hand isn't landing.
Right. And, you know, Martinez is dancing with Hoop Runner. This is him. This is who he is. He walks into a left hand as he was off balance between styles.
Swelling, would you say, around Martinez's eyes?
As Pavlik lands the jab. There's a jab by Pavlik. Martinez coming in from an angle.
Best round so far for Pavlik, no doubt about that. And the crowd senses it.
Well, you start with the jab to get yourself back into a bit of a form cycle if you're Kelly Pavlik. And then you try to set up the right hand. And if you're Martinez, you duck up and under.
Action from round 5. Kelly Pavlik, a counter jab. That time Martinez was a little too close. Martinez found it humorous. And Kelly Pavlik's big weapon, his right hand, he landed it there, but the times he has landed the right hand, it's never been in combination.
So as we start round 6, will Kelly Pavlik follow up on the aggression he showed at the end of round 5 as he tries to track down and cut off the ring on the pesky Sergio Martinez.
Dave, even though we're not halfway done yet, I feel this is a pivotal round in this fight because Pavlik has to build. And look at Pavlik switching to southpaw for a moment. He has to build on that little bit of momentum that he established in the 5th.
And here's Martinez coming in, and there's a tie-up. We talked about the different looks that Martinez, when he's lunging, is showing Pavlik. At some point, the Pavlik has seen all of them now and might be able to time them better. Martinez jabbing and coming up short, then bouncing. Nothing landing. A prominent shot will give either fighter an edge in this round. Right hand lead there for Pavlik. He gets Martinez to slow down. There's a good right hand by Pavlik to the body. Trying to walk Martinez down now, then lands a right hand.
Jack Lowe, who's only a few feet from us, Pavlik's trainer, said he's slowing down, and he wasn't talking about his own fighter.
Yeah, they figured there's time for them to walk Martinez down, break him down. And we talked about the angles that Martinez shows, that they won't look so foreign to Kelly Pavlik by this point in the fight. And Martinez is not going as far from the conflict area as he moves. It's all part of attrition.
For a tall fighter, Pavlik's a very good infighter, but they don't want an infight because they won't be fighting. Martinez is just going to hold on the inside, so they want the referee, David Fields, to break them right away.
Break them, separate them. The uppercut is also there for Pavlik if he gets Martinez leaning in. If you land punches off of the counter as Martinez was doing early, it's ring generalship. If you don't, then you just don't have any offense.
Right. Well, it wasn't a huge round for Pavlik, but I do think he built a little bit off that momentum and took the round.
All right, so we reached the halfway point. All right, so we start the second half of this fight now. Kelly Pavlik defending his middleweight championship against Sergio Martinez. And whereas Martinez had a very strong beginning, Pavlik has been walking him down the last couple rounds. And Martinez trying to come in from angles.
And good job by the corner with Pavlik with the cut. Hasn't been that much of a factor. I haven't seen that much blood.
And Pavlik has helped them by not getting hit in that eye and letting the coagulants set in and heal him. What was a threat in round two is almost a non-factor now with that cut for Pavlik.
And your point is a good one, Dave. The coagulant had a chance to work. Good left hand there by Martinez.
Left hook by Pavlik.
Swelling under Martinez's eyes, and I can tell you why. He's been blowing his nose a lot. That creates air pockets and creates swelling under the eyes. And that's what's happened to Martinez.
So he continues to show the effects of war. Pavlik is trying to nail him with that right hand. And he gets him. Been waiting all night for it. And he scored with a meaningful right hand. Now, will this be the game changer? He had built some momentum.
Martinez clearly not hurt. His movement and his mobility actually worked against him with that knockdown, Dave, because he was stepping back when he got hit.
Well, he's lived by that movement. It's given him some angles and kept Pavlik befuddled at times. But he's been caught on the off angle a couple times, and he paid there. Another good right hand by Pavlik. That one hurt Martinez. So Martinez hitting the range of Pavlik and eating the third right hand bomb of the round now.
I don't see Martinez smiling or clowning anymore, Dave.
No, another right hand gets to him, and now Pavlik is zeroing in on a target. 4 significant right hands in this round, one causing a knockdown.
And will Pavlik's offensive success this round make Martinez be more aggressive? Martinez has lost his momentum.
I think it will make him more aggressive in terms of needing a plan B, but we'll see. So a big round for Kelly Pavlik.
You've got to work the double jab. Turn him. You can't stay there anymore. He's waiting for us, and he has a long reach. Replay from round 7. Watch Martinez moving as he gets caught here. And he not only was moving, but he was bent over. And here it is one more time. That's the push down there. That was not a knockdown, but there was a knockdown. That's a 10-8 round for Pavlik.
Yeah, it worked real big for Pavlik. And Martinez may have been off balance, but now his score is off balance because Pavlik gets a 10-8 round. So here we go into round 8. Dave Bontempo and Steve Farhood with you here in Atlantic City, and it's a good one between Kelly Pavlik and Sergio Martinez. The early momentum for Martinez and the mid-rounds rally by Pavlik, culminating in a knockdown in round 7. Pavlik continues to walk Martinez down.
And Dave, Pavlik put on almost 20 pounds from the weigh-in. He looks like the bigger guy, hits like the bigger guy.
Practically makes him a cruiserweight.
Well, what's happening now is when Pavlik punches, nothing's coming back. There's no counter punches from Martinez.
And Martinez not being able to stray as far side to side after Pavlik gets near him. And that's the effects of the punches and the fact that we're in round 8. Pavlik now ducking the first shot from Martinez and then coming after him.
A body punch from Kelly Pavlik. I don't think we've seen 5 of those from either guy in the whole fight.
Well, he starts to find that and put that into his attack with everything else. And Martinez is in deep trouble. But what Pavlik is doing is able to duck that first shot from Martinez, whether it's a shoulder roll or a movement of the head, and he loads up the right hand.
Usually one of the ways you try to slow a guy down who's moving a lot is body punch, and Pavlik hasn't been able to do that, hasn't really tried to do it.
Now he's been chasing Martinez.
Let's go, let him go,
But the
let him
difference
go.
now, major difference, is very little offense coming from Martinez. So Pavlik doesn't have to do as much as before to get rounds. Right hand by Pavlik. Good left hand by Martinez. Pavlik just missed with the right hand. As we come to the end of round 8. As we start round 9, between rounds in Kelly Pavlik's corner, Jack Lowe, his trainer, saying, throw at the shoulders, throw at the arms. He'll walk into something.
That's good advice.
Pavlik has been trying to get the perfect shot in on Martinez, and he landed a big right hand and scored a knockdown a couple rounds ago. But Jack Lowe pretty much just wants him to empty the kitchen sink at Martinez.
That was a nice left hand by Martinez, his best punch in quite a while.
Reminiscent of the early going.
You get the impression Martinez at this point in the fight knows he has to do something different. And right now, the way it looks from the first minute of this 9th round, that difference is more punches. Not much on those shots though, Dave.
No, and Pavlik now cut out of the other eye. There's a right hand by Martinez getting in.
He's pecking and poking, not much power, as I said, but he's landing this round.
Well, this is what happened in round 1, where he had some movement and had some rhythm. And for Martinez, it's a second wind situation here. Got a little more bounce. And Pavlik can't find him. So the ebb and flow continues.
A lot of blood on Martinez. It's coming from Pavlik. And maybe that blood from the right cut on the right eye has energized Martinez a little bit.
Well, there's something about seeing that can put some pep in your step, as Martinez now on the angles. This is what worked for him earlier. And when he was not successful, is that he was moving and not punching.
Wow, what a comeback round for Martinez. And Pavlik's cut on the right eye is much worse than the one on the left.
Yes, it is. Martinez body shot. And trying to go up top. There's the right hand by Pavlik. So for Martinez, it's all about the angles and punching after Pavlik commits.
Dave, in this round, I bet you Martinez has thrown 3 times as many punches as he did in the previous couple of rounds. Much busier.
Well, I think he got a second win. Left hand, here's Martinez again.
Pavlik breathing out of the mouth, blood pouring out of his eye. Maybe his nose is busted, I don't know.
And Martinez won't win any friends with that.
Well, he's got this round won. The judges are going to give him this round.
Well, they can't take this away for planning. And Kelly Pavlik has presented his corner with a problem. They've got 2 cuts to go after. Tremendous round for Martinez, his best in a long time.
Spur Martinez on. I mean, it was clearly a turning point in this fight.
All right, so into round 10 we go. Where will the momentum head in this round? Right now it belongs to Sergio Martinez of Buenos Aires, Argentina. 44-2-2, 24 knockouts, trying to lift the middleweight title of Kelly Pavlik, who is 36-1, 32 knockouts. Dave Bontempo and Steve Farhood with you here from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
So far, round 10, a continuation of round 9. Dave, on my card, whoever wins 2 out of the last 3 rounds wins the fight.
That includes the knockdown from a couple rounds ago.
Yes.
Elevated Pavlik. Martinez with the
Watch your head. Let him go, let him go.
head boring in here as he tries to walk in behind the jab. There's the angular movement by Martinez that has returned after being dormant in the middle rounds. And he just slaps at Pavlik here. He tries to get inside the bigger fighter. He waits for Pavlik, and then he comes in after Pavlik.
Wow, left hand by Martinez. He just took some rounds off, Dave. I guess that's the only way you could describe it. The middle rounds were all Pavlik.
Yeah, they were Pavlik.
But keep in mind, when you look at Martinez and you say, is he going to slow down? This is how he fights. He's very mobile. He moves a lot. That's his style. So he can do it for 12 rounds because he's mastered that a long time ago.
And that is his ticket here. He has to keep punching off the move. And with Pavlik, a sea of crimson, he tries to see out of that eye, and he gets nailed by these left hands by Martinez, and you have to wonder, is Kelly Pavlik having difficulty picking up these punches now?
I think you're right. I think it's clear that that's the case. Pavlik has to punch when Martinez punches, and he can't do it, and he hasn't done it in 2 rounds.
Yeah, the other thing is, Pavlik's reputation may have kept him in this fight and halted it from being stopped. Between rounds, they'll take another good look in the corner. So Martinez has parlayed an excellent round 9 into an excellent round 10.
And the blood on I haven't seen that much blood on a fighter's side of his face in a long time. That is hideous.
A tough decision may have to be made in Pavlik's corner.
And he paused at the cut over his right eye.
Makes it worse. Very critical minute right now in that corner of Kelly Pavlik. The corner did a good enough job to get him into round 11.
Yep, and the doctor and the ref both looked in there, so they both took a good look.
Yeah, the corner was on the spot there.
Yeah.
That's a situation where if you don't have a good corner, you lose there.
But blood right away coming out of that cut over Pavlik's right eye. There's swelling to go with it.
He's got 6 more minutes to get through. Then it'll be interesting to see where this sits on the card. I think that Martinez will be slightly ahead.
Well, that's just what I was going to say, Dave. I think it's still a very close fight and very winnable for either fighter.
And if it's a draw, Pavlik escapes there. Stepped on the foot of Martinez.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
Martinez started out flying in this fight, counter-punching. Looked extremely good, and then in the middle rounds, Pavlik looked as good as he had early. The last 2 rounds have been big for Martinez in the counter-punching mode. If you're Martinez, you go right after that eye. Hope that you can force the referee to make a call.
You haven't seen Martinez throw a body punch in 11 rounds.
No, the body's not bleeding.
Yeah.
He's probably figuring, what good is it now?
A little late. Nice right hand by Pavlik.
Yeah, and if Martinez stops, you see the pedigree of Pavlik, as he's still loading up that right hand and trying to do the damage.
One thing's clear, Martinez is not going to stop his movement or slow down on his own. He's going to have to be hit to slow down. So much closer round than the last 2, Dave.
Now, this is a fight that could have heartbreak written all over it.
For somebody.
Yeah, it's close. Several rounds are close. Yet Martinez is in a style that doesn't win most fights, but he looks very good with it tonight on the countering mode. That's a good right hand by Pavlik. Martinez back.
A lot of missing from Martinez this round.
Does get him with 3 shots there toward the end. This one's got split round capability.
Sure
3
does.
judges might see it a couple different ways.
I don't think it's close. It's close on my card. And this is a pivotal round. This is a very close round.
Left hand by Martinez. He finishes strongly here, makes a statement.
Huge rally by Martinez. Wasn't all that effective with the punching, but because it came at the end of the round, did he steal it?
May have. Final round action, Kelly Pavlik and Sergio Martinez. Pavlik 36-1, 32 knockouts. The only loss to Bernard Hopkins right here. Sergio Martinez 44-2-2, 24 knockouts, coming off the fight of the year in Atlantic City against Paul Williams last December, and trying to take away Pavlik's middleweight title here. Dave Bontempo and Steve Farhood with you from Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Dave, I'll tell you this. This fight's way too close for anybody to take this round off or for granted. And Martinez has to be aggressive and has to throw a lot of shots. If he wins the round, I'll have no problem with him winning the title. But he can't play it safe here.
Because if you're Martinez, you don't want to draw. Good as that might sound.
It's like a loss.
It's like a loss because Kelly Pavlik would keep the title. If Martinez wins, he'll have fought practically a perfect fight to do it. And if Pavlik wins, he'll have overcome a difficult night. That's how different the styles are, and how a style like Pavlik is more easily rewarded on the scorecards.
First half of the round to Martinez.
Pavlik missing with that right hand lead. Martinez has had good movement throughout the fight. Pavlik trying to walk him down. Pavlik trying to load up the right hand. Martinez on the run and then gets inside and scores, and the blood streaming down the face of Kelly Pavlik. He is trying to overcome a lot, and this will be quite a gut check if Kelly Pavlik were to pull this out. Martinez trying to make his statement. Last 2 rounds have been very good to him. He's had a good round here. We still have 45 seconds to go.
And Dave, the way Martinez fought the last third of this fight, I can't see not giving him the title. But the key rounds, as it will prove to be, I believe, will be the rounds where he moved a lot and didn't punch that much. Who will the judges have given Pavlik those rounds based just on aggressiveness? We'll see.
The middle rounds of this fight were big for Pavlik, but the end has been good for Martinez, and he was sharp in the beginning.
And Pavlik with those bad cuts showed a lot of heart here. Never quit, kept coming. Not particularly effective, but never quit.
Well, Martinez thinks he pulled off the perfect fight, and we will soon see. In the rounds in which he did punch, he could not have done any more. He looked like shades of, at times, Carlos Quintana the night he beat Paul Williams, buzzing in and out, frustrating a guy who was slower.
115, 112 Martinez on my card.
As a counter-puncher, very effective, and the last third of the fight, he was very good. 9, 10, 11, and 12. After that second cut opened up on Pavlik, Martinez rediscovered his wings. And as you're pondering the scoring, there was a knockdown by Pavlik that factored into this. But Martinez, I think, did enough. Pavlik with those 2 cuts, he scored the knockdown. But found that Martinez was vanishing on him. He was nowhere and then he was everywhere. The beginning for Martinez, the middle for Pavlik, with a knockdown included, and the end for Martinez. Should, in theory, add up to a Martinez victory here. And if you look at the 2 fighters, that's what their facial expressions would confirm. But it's all up to the 3 judges who matter. In the Martinez corner, they believe they have pulled off the coup. And they're happy initially that their man fought for this particular night just about the perfect fight. Countered, moved on angles, swarmed, and then withstood a mid-round charge by Pavlik. Here are the numbers.
Caesars, Atlantic City. We go to the scorecards. Barbara Perez scores at 115, 111. Roberto Ramirez scores at 116, 111. Craig Metcalf, 115, 112. All to the winner by unanimous decision. And new middleweight champion of the world, Sergio Martinez.
Quite a night and a deserving victory for that inspired fighter from Buenos Aires, Argentina. He goes to 45-2-2 with 24 knockouts, with just about as perfect a fight as he could wage. And the 115-111, 116-111, 115-112